Hello, this is Clemmy Games, and in this video I want to introduce a new series on my channel titled My Gaming History. The purpose of this series is to share a little bit more about myself and my experience growing up with games. This means that the games in this series would be the ones that I played growing up and are thus at least 10 to 15 years old at the minimum. I hope to show how the games that I have enjoyed during my childhood have actually shaped my gaming tastes and preferences, and in doing so, show you the viewer where I am coming from with regards to my commentary on the games of today. I believe that an individual's gaming history can tell you a lot about their perspective on games, as well as a little more generally on the societal context in which an individual grows up in. Personally, I grew up in the 90s in a tiny country called Singapore in the middle of Southeast Asia. Singapore has a population of about 5.5 to 6 million, spread over an island with an area of 720 square kilometers. To put this into perspective, this is about 14% of the population of California, 8.5% of the population of the UK, and about 0.0073% of the area of the entire United States of America. So definitely it is a really small country. Singapore is also a relatively young country. The Republic would be celebrating 51 years of independence in August of 2016. We do have a colonial past, and one result of that, combined with the decisions made by our founding fathers, is that while Singapore is a multiracial country, we do speak a common tongue in English. While I am Chinese by race, I am actually most comfortable speaking, reading, and writing in English. Now you may wonder, why did I go into this little info dump with regards to my country? Firstly, context is important. Growing up in an Asian family, one would think that it would be difficult to get into video games. Stereotypical Asian parents would want their child to focus on their studies, and if there's any spare time in the child's life, it would be dedicated to tuition or music classes or even sports. However, I was lucky that my parents understood the importance of technology and were willing to purchase PCs for me when I was young, just so that I would be comfortable with them, with the hopes that I would be able to utilize technology effectively in school or at work. As a result, availability then meant that I would tinker with DOS and Windows from a young age, learning basic DOS commands in order to essentially navigate folders and to install games on my PC at the time. Growing up in the 90s meant that PCs were expensive, and I am truly grateful for the opportunity that my parents provided to me. Another key component which I want to discuss is dial-up internet, which at the time was amazing. There was the whole buzzing noise while the PC connected to the internet, and then once you were connected, you had access to the World Wide Web. Websites like Neopets or Flash game portals provided a wealth of entertainment for young me, which only furthered my interest in games. In addition to the PC, I believe my family inherited a Sega Genesis, also known as the Mega Drive, from my cousin's family as well. I also had access to a PlayStation 1, as well as the Game Boy Color, although the latter was mainly for Pokemon. My early gaming experiences are thus centered about these four platforms, although PC would take up the lion's share of my playtime. Anyway, in my gaming history, I will take us back to the classic games which I have poured hours into, sharing my experience with the game and describing why they were so compelling to a younger version of me. I do sincerely believe that there is something for everyone. If you are a grizzled veteran of gaming, do join me as we take a little walk down memory lane. For those in the audience that are a little bit younger, you could take this as a retro games recommendation playlist, or just tune in to find out a little more about me. Finally, given that your perception of time when you are young is a little distorted, I don't have the exact dates or years when I played these games, and thus the series may seem a little disjointed at first glance. The episodes will be numbered, and later episodes may reference earlier ones, but generally the games covered will not really be sorted in any particular order. However, I do believe that talking about these games will allow you to know a little bit more about me and may even inspire you to check these games out for yourself. That will do it for this video. Do stay tuned for more episodes of My Gaming History. The current plan is to upload a new episode every Thursday, so do keep an eye out for that. Also, please leave a comment below if you would like to talk about your favorite game as a child, and I will see you in the next video.